Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and today we're talking about the capsule wardrobe because all over my TikTok right now is the must-have fall capsule wardrobe. If I would build my wardrobe, it'd be these capsule pieces for the fall, etc., etc. because I feel like the term capsule wardrobe is now just synonymous with buying more clothes, not necessarily picking pieces that will elevate your wardrobe. Because I feel like if it's a capsule wardrobe, it's something that can work summer, spring, fall, winter. Why did I just forget one of the seasons? And so we're going to go through these, and it feels like a lot of these pieces are the exact same. People are just trying to sell things. And then we even see a clothing company also try to like hop on that capsule wardrobe trend. I've even gone into stores and seen like capsule wardrobe section. So like companies are starting to catch on that people are looking for a capsule wardrobe, and I am a sucker for it because I love like a capsule wardrobe piece. I love something that can go like across anything. Like I have this shirt and I feel like I could wear it 1,000 different ways. I wore it with silk shorts and boots this weekend. I have it over a t-shirt today. I think I could wear it over like a sweater, and I was like influenced to buy it, and I like literally zero regrets about it. So grab your beverage. Let's get into it. Today I have a strawberry margarita, and thanks to my husband, and honestly it's delicious. It's top tier tequila, and that's the only way to do it. It means I won't have a headache or my stomach won't hurt later. So let's get into it. This first video I think is the longest, and the rest of them kind of play the same way of showing like capsule wardrobe pieces. We're gonna just kind of run through it, and then there is somebody at the very end that she is like anti capsule wardrobe, and I just like watched the beginning of it and I thought it was interesting, so I added to it, and I think it'll be interesting regardless of which way it ends up going. So let's start here and then let's continue.
Don't want to overspend on fashion? Here's part 4 of my capsule wardrobe series, fall edition, to remind you that a small intentional closet can be worn in many different ways.
But I have questions, because if you're on part 4 of a capsule wardrobe, isn't capsule wardrobe supposed to be like 20 pieces? Let's look it up actually. What encompasses a capsule wardrobe? See here. A capsule wardrobe is a small, carefully chosen collection of versatile clothing and shoes, usually 30 to 40 items, and that mix and match to create mini outfits. Quality over quantity, cohesive color palette, multi-purpose wear, seasonal rotation. Okay, so it doesn't seem like a capsule wardrobe does have a seasonal rotation, but honestly, that I guess makes sense. Okay.
Helps you save money, invest in better quality pieces, as well as to get dressed quickly. In our fall closet, we have 2 outerwear, a trench coat or a funnel neck coat, and a leather jacket, 7 tops, a classic tee, a long sleeve rib top, a fine knit that you can layer easily, a chunky knit sweater, a button-down shirt, a vest, as well as a cardigan for light layering. 3 bottoms, a pair of dark wash jeans, tailored trousers, and something fun like a midi or maxi skirt. 3 pair of shoes, a pair of knee-high boots, ideally something that's slimmer so you can wear under jeans, a pair of sneakers, and a pair of loafers. And of course, we cannot forget about accessories. They are the outfit multiplier: scarf, belts, tote bags, hats, sunglasses, tights, sheer tights, opaque tights, lace tights, all of them. So 2 times 7 times 3 times 3 equals to 126 combinations, and that is excluding accessories. Now we've had our pieces, we think formula: knit sweater, jeans, loafers.
Yeah, so capsule wardrobe, she's talking jeans, sweaters, blouses, why did I say that? I'm 30. T-shirts, shirts, different types of shirts, you know, things that are layering pieces that you can layer together and make look different anytime you put on an outfit. Nothing wrong with that, except for the fact that we have her saying it, and then we have this capsule wardrobe which I'm going to have to mute because I can't play the audio, but it's literally just the same thing over and over again. A cardigan, a trench coat, leather jacket, suede jacket, tailored pants, satin shirt, classic denim, black denim, white denim, faux leather pants, a suede bag, everyday tote, shoulder bag, sneakers, boots, slingbacks, ballet flats, loafers, classic belt, statement belt, sunglasses. Yeah, they're the same thing over and over again. Yeah, the white tee, black tee, tailored vest, satin blouse, white button down, blazer, and then I think from there I caught up. So over and over again, it's the same thing. This is from 2025. Literally, it's the same thing from 2025. I honestly, if I would not have looked and checked and see if that was 2025, I'd have no idea that this is 2025. Like, I feel like the fall trend doesn't really change, so we're just renaming it, and I feel like the word capsule wardrobe has gotten even bigger. And like, this person, again, 2025, and yet everything is in her LTK and she's showing it off.
Very popular demand. This is what I would include if I was creating a fall 2025 capsule wardrobe. Let's go. So I have 20 pieces here, and like I've said on all of my other capsule videos, everything is meant to go together so well that if you want to do more of a minimalist vibe and do less pieces, everything should still work really well together. If you're more like me and you think that 20 really is not that many, then I've got you covered. Jump right on in with lighter weight, more layering style tops. First, a plain white tee, plain white long sleeve tee, oversized sweater vest, a classic white button down, of course, and then I had to include this striped tee because I think stripes are very easy to style and super fun. Then for sweaters, I have two of this gorgeous mohair sweater from H&M, one in olive and then one in classic.
As a former clothing shopaholic, which I'm trying to do so much better on, of just like shopping my own closet and building my own outfits and having my own personal style versus like looking like every other person out there, because I do think we're running into that. I did a whole video on it with the back to school clothes. These all look like pieces we would all buy again in 2026. That's why I just don't feel like their capsule wardrobes are as important, because I feel like, especially for the fall, you can just wear what you wore last year, figure out some different, like maybe buy one or two statement pieces that you're really liking that are coming out this year, but overall it can like rinse and repeat from what happened last year. And they're coming out with like fall edits before fall. So now it's like the transition pieces. You mean throwing on a hoodie before, or like a sweater, but you have shorts on? Like, I wouldn't consider that a transition piece. I would just consider that it being a little chillier in the morning and then it being 90 degrees in the middle of the day.
Gray. And I've got two different cardigans. I love cardigans for a capsule wardrobe because in my opinion, they have even more style value than just a plain sweater. This one is an oversized crew neck style. This one is a V-neck and it actually has a fitted silhouette, which I think looks really nice and updated for this season. I feel similarly about a good denim button down because it can be styled so many different ways. And for outerwear, I went with a lot of different textures this time with some faux leather and of course some gorgeous brown suede. I love this sort of workman style jacket. And then truly, what would a good fall capsule be without a good blazer and a trench? And then for bottoms, I am definitely a denim girly, so I've got a couple of different styles here. One low-rise baggy medium wash pair, and then this is kind of a high-rise, more tailored dark wash jean, and I love the cuff detail on this pair. Also wanted to include some gray denim. I am very surprised by how often I reach for these, and they are super versatile. Lastly, I have a plain black mini skirt, which is actually a skirt, thank heavens. And then a good quality gray trouser, which this is actually a matching set with this blazer, and I love a pantsuit moment. Super quickly through shoes and accessories, we've got a neutral pair of sneakers. I call these my fancy flats, delicious black knee boots, a black ankle boot, a burgundy platform sneaker, and then a classic black loafer. I've got belts in both black and chocolate, hats that go with everything, and then three of my favorite tote bags in all different textures and colors. That, my friends, is the entire roundup. If you have watched these videos before, you know that in my next video, I will be...
Yeah. Again, it feels like, I know I pulled this and it was a 2025 video, but why do I feel like I've seen this exact video but 2026? And we have So Abby Rice, she has been popping up on my TikTok quite a bit. I love her style. It's very clean. It's very classic. It's very to the point. And she started to do these building my capsule wardrobe. And it's just like, I love that she's making a series out of it, and I love that she's making money off it, honestly. But again, it all feels like the
building
same.
My fall capsule wardrobe. Today we are auditing my closet. These are all the clothes that I've pulled from my closet that I think will fit.
Honestly, good for her. She's pulling them from her closet. See, this is what I'm saying. Pull them from your closet, see what you have before you go out and buy more pieces, because I'm sure there's more things in your closet that you could style for the fall, because fall is very layers, and that trends into winter wherever you live. We live in the South, and there's like a tiny portion of our winter where it is so cold that it just doesn't matter what I have on. I'm just going to throw on the warmest clothes I have, and I do not care what I look like when I take my dog for a walk.
Our capsule wardrobe and fit our list. We're gonna rapid fire, try everything on, then we'll know what we actually need to go shopping for. Let's get into it. First, we have these jeans, really oversized, but they're a baggy look that I think I want to keep. These are, yes, everyone's favorite, the J. Crew roll neck sweater. I will be living in this fall. This is an absolute yes. I think I'm gonna get this in another color. Basic white top. This is gonna be so good for layering. I need more colors of this for sure. This is super wrinkly, classic white button down. Too big. We're saying this is a no. We're gonna size down. Caramely brown sweater from Cezanne. I love this. I don't know if I love it with these jeans, but I'm gonna say that this is a yes. Denim jacket, my absolute favorite denim jacket. I'm obsessed with the tone of this. Yes, yes, yes. Striped sweater. I love this, but I actually feel like I need a smaller size. Yes, we're keeping this, but we're not gonna check this off of our capsule list. We're gonna get a different one. I'm gonna split this into two parts because
Yeah, honestly, good for her for starting in her closet and then deciding what she needs to purchase post this. That is the accurate way to do it. It's less fall capsule wardrobe, purchase all these things, and more, let's do this. Like, the amount of like fall hauls I've already seen are really insane. And so then you get to a point where you have these companies doing it. So this boutique says styling a full fall capsule wardrobe with only 25 pieces. And obviously there's their 25 pieces that they have in their store right now. So it's like, please come, like, you can come and purchase your entire fall capsule wardrobe with us.
Full fall capsule wardrobe with only 25 pieces. We're going to start out with a classic long sleeve, a black and a white, a mid-rise stretch denim, a stretch blazer. It's so comfortable, so it's like a super stretch. You can pair either belt, so I'm going to give you a classic black and then a classic leather brown. A track pant, which is an update to a legging. Throw the little denim jacket with it. Denim jacket is a core staple piece. Add a statement sunglass. Yeah, swap this out for a blazer or the suede bomber, or swap out the track pant for a jean. I love this. Use the barn jacket as a layering piece. The barn jacket is super on trend. You can pair back to any wash of a denim. Also do it with like the black or brown trouser. Wear the trouser casually. Use a chunky knit. Pair it back to a loafer. Use either statement belt to tie it together, and always use a white tee to elevate the look. Layer it with a plaid or swap with 3 different knits. 100% cotton knit is amazing. You could wear a tee underneath it. Layer with the plaid or the denim, or layer with the barn jacket for a trend. Swap out for a black trouser. Swap it out for the gray, layer with the black. Let's add statement jewelry. Use either belt to...
As you can see, they're just pulling everything from the boutique and calling it a fall capsule wardrobe. And in essence, sure, it can be. I feel like a capsule wardrobe is very different going from person to person. And like, I love her. She's did Debunking Fashion Myths Part 1, and this one's the capsule wardrobe, and I want to go through it, and then I want to read some of the comments that are on her that people have left. I think this is great. Honestly, please go follow her. She has some really cool videos out, but I found this interesting.
Fashion advice on this app is complete and utter bull, and I would even go so far as to say that it's actually holding you back from finding your real style. So this is part 1 of my series, Debunking Popular Fashion Myths, so that you can actually dress better. And today we're going to be tackling the biggest culprit of this, and it is the concept of the capsule wardrobe. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you probably remember me talking about the fact that I am not super in love with the concept of the capsule wardrobe as it exists, sort of like this. And I know that this concept obviously was not invented on TikTok, TikTok, but I feel like TikTok is where it really took off because people wanted like a quick fix, a one-stop shop to.
Yeah, and these are all the pieces that you've seen previously, people talk about in this video alone, and I'm sure we've seen a many fall cap or just capsule wardrobe pieces, and on here she slipped over to another slide that has added like sweats and things like that to add more pieces to that fall capsule wardrobe, which again, some of these are just so unnecessary. Some of these are things that you buy as you go. Like I have some really nice sweatpants that I'll probably never get rid of, and then I have like my sweat set that I wore on our wedding day and also to our honeymoon, and just like things you're just never gonna get rid of. Would I consider it a capsule piece? No, it is literally all white, and I am a messy eater, truly. So let's see what else she has to say.
Style, and I just don't think that that's how it works. My biggest gripe with this is that it feels very restrictive, and it often boxes you into feeling like you have to dress like this. Now this is,
yeah, it feels like you're looking like everybody else. Like I can't say that enough. Like the people who I love their outfits the most are the people who step outside of that comfort zone of this like capsule wardrobe style, and they elevate their style in their own personal way. And I always love it. I saw this woman walk by me the other day. I had my dog, I had headphones in, she was walking really fast, I didn't want to bother her. She looked stunning, and I just wish I'd have complimented her because it was just like, it fit her so well, it fit her body so well. She looked amazing, and I just think it was because it was something I would have never worn or thought to have put together, but it looked so stunning on her.
the only way to get like proper wear and use out of the items that you buy. Now, I do think that something like this can be a great jumping off point. Like, you're definitely going to have lots of options, especially if you're just starting your style journey, you don't know where to start, and you don't want to like start overbuying. Capsule wardrobe should just be a collection of the pieces that you wear the most, regardless of what those pieces look like. Maybe you like to wear color, maybe you like to wear pattern, maybe you like to wear textures. Your dress is often dependent upon where you work and what you are and aren't allowed to wear to your job. So instead of trying to copy paste these exact pieces into your wardrobe and calling it style, you'd be better off taking an inventory of the things that you already have and the things that you already wear and building off of that, because that is going to be a better indication of where your style is actually headed and how your clothes function for you in your life. Because if I've said it once, I've said it too many times, your clothes are meant to be worn, and the best way to develop your style is to actually live your life in your clothes and figure out what your style is by just living. So for example, if you know that you like to wear color and not just neutral, when you're thinking about what kind of basic tops to get and what kind of pieces are going to be your foundations, pick a color that in your mind to you is a neutral. For some people that's red, for some people that's blue. A piece that is easy to style for you and a building block that you can go back to. And maybe for you, your plain red t-shirt functions as your plain white t-shirt, and you throw it on with whatever bottoms you have and boom, it's an outfit. Or maybe you prefer to wear a pattern. So instead of buying a plain white button down, which is on everybody's capsule wardrobe guide, you get a plaid one. And that plaid button down is probably going to serve you much better in your wardrobe than something that's plain white, even though the advice is to get something plain white. I'm just here to remind you, take the concept of a capsule wardrobe and then adapt it and adjust it for your life. Don't get caught up trying to copy paste these exact items into your wardrobe, because probably what's going to happen is you're going to get all these pieces and you're still going to feel like you have nothing to wear, because this might not be what you like to wear. It might not be functional for you. So that's part one of this little series. Let me know what popular fashion advice you would like to have debunked next.
I loved this. Honestly, I loved her take on it. I loved it. I loved it so much because it's so true. Like, like I said, as a person who is trying to reframe how I wear my clothes instead of like going out and buying clothes, like I have plenty, and I'm trying to fit back into my style. I am a little bigger than I used to be, so some of it I just have to take a personal check and be like, look, I don't fit in this anymore. Do I need to keep it, type of deal? And I have been going through my closet. I have a massive bag that I need to take it to Plato's Closet and see if I can make some money back, and then take the rest to Goodwill. And there is a point where you just need to get where you're just like, am I wearing this because everybody else is wearing it? Or am I wearing it because it's my style and it's how I want to look? Honestly, at this point, I personally am just like, I love the look of like the 90s mom, which sounds really crazy, but just like the button up, tucking it in, it being oversized. I mean, as you can tell, I have this on with just a brown t-shirt on underneath, and I feel so comfy and confident. I work from home and I have a dog. I take her on walks. I work out. It's just like functional for my life. And I feel like these fall capsule wardrobes are coming in, and then there'll be a winter capsule wardrobe or a spring capsule wardrobe or a summer capsule wardrobe. I'm sure I'll do this again, and it'll look like the exact same pieces, because I showed you some that were from 2025. I showed you some that were from 2026. They looked the exact same. And like, especially fall fashion doesn't really change from year to year. There are like some staple pieces that might come out each year, but overall we all wear chunky knit sweaters, we all wear jeans or leggings and boots and just comfy jackets, and it's just like a more comfy vibe overall. It's probably why we all love it, and it's just something that we're used to. And I feel like you've probably accumulated enough pieces that you could probably shop your closet. And then like the one girl, she was like figuring out what she needed to buy versus like rebuying things, because I've done that. I have several of the same shirt and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I had this. I use this app, what's it called? Hold on. I use this app called Index, and I've been indexing my entire closet. It's honestly made my life so much easier in figuring out like what I need to buy, what I don't have. And then it's also how I pack. I just like start putting outfits together. I've actually been we're going to Tokyo at the end of the year, and I've already been like curating outfits for the trip. So when it comes to the trip, I already know generally what I'm going to pack, and then when I'm there, I don't have to worry about like trying to put outfits together. I already have them styled, and all I have to do is put the outfit on for that day and go, and then we don't have to worry about anything else, which honestly takes a lot of stress off of me, and I appreciate that. So does my husband, because we will rise early, go all day, crash, and then do it all over again the next day, which is fine. It'll be fun. But I feel like when we get stuck in this, like, oh, we need to buy new wardrobes for each season every single year, like there's no way style has changed that much from 2025 to 2026. So I don't know. And then I've seen like all of these fall hauls already starting, and I know that just like it makes you want to buy more. I know it makes me want to, and honestly that like shopping online itch really does get scratched by like curating my own outfits out of my own closet in that app. So maybe I suggest you doing that, especially if you see people have these massive hauls, but we don't even know if they're keeping the entire haul. Like, are they just buying all of those clothes for the haul and then taking them back? Like, you have no idea. So I feel like for the most part, I think that allowing yourself a little bit of grace and just like going through your closet and be like, okay, I have all of these outfits I could wear for the fall, unless I find something that stands out so much that I need to purchase it. Like, is that truly something necessary for me this year? And especially just like with the over consumerism that we all have with clothes and things like that, trying to take a step back, especially when you see all these people buying everything and being like, capsule wardrobe this, capsule wardrobe that. Well, I don't have that in my capsule wardrobe. Well, like Olivia is saying at that last video, she was talking about like, maybe you do, but it's in your style, and understanding what your taste is, and that capsule wardrobe really coming together in a different sort of way. So I know this video is a little different than what I have been putting out, but I've been seeing this on my timeline, and honestly, I have a big passion about it because I am like a recovering shopaholic from buying clothes. I knew I had a problem and I needed to stop. And so I've been trying to find ways to make it easier on me and just like stop. I haven't stopped purchasing at all, because like obviously I pick up a piece here and a piece there, but I've definitely like my consumption level has gone way down, which I am so proud of myself for. And yeah, so let me know how you like to style your clothes. Honestly, let me know how you decide on your style. I'm still working on it. Like, I'm 31 and I'm just trying to find my style. I'm no longer in college. I'm no longer in my 20s. I'm an adult. Well, we are all adults, but I am at like the point of being an adult that I feel like an adultier adult, and I just want to find something that fits me and my lifestyle of wanting to become a parent and things like that, and you know, fit the style of my life at this point. So let me know what you're doing. I'll take some tips and tricks any day, and tell me who you're following that you're taking inspiration from. I'd love to know. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you next time. Bye.